I'm a brain surgeon, and after 40 years of operating on the human mind, I can tell you something shocking. Once you turn 80, your body doesn't simply age, it reprograms itself. It's as if a hidden switch flips deep inside your brain, and suddenly your entire system starts obeying a new set of biological laws. Laws that no one told you about, not even your doctor. This isn't rare, it's universal. According to groundbreaking research from the Lancet Healthy Longevity Journal, every human body crosses the same 5 irreversible thresholds once it reaches 80. It doesn't matter if you've been a marathon runner or a lifelong vegetarian. Your muscles, your taste buds, your skin, your brain, and even your sleep clock begin to behave differently. Your body isn't breaking down, it's switching strategies. It's choosing survival over performance. And that's what most people don't understand. Aging isn't a slow decline. It's a silent reorganization happening inside every organ. Your body is rewriting the code that's kept you alive for 8 decades. Some of those changes protect you. Others accelerate the very things you fear most: fragility, fatigue, and forgetfulness. But here's the truth I've learned after 4 decades of surgery and study. You're not powerless. If you understand these changes, you can work with your body instead of against it. You can age with grace, with strength, and with awareness. I remember one patient who changed the way I understood aging forever. His name was Joseph. He was 83, a retired history professor who walked into my office one afternoon holding a notebook filled with quotes. "Doctor," he said, "I can't taste food anymore. It's like my meals are turning into memories instead of experiences." He smiled sadly. What I discovered in Joseph wasn't just loss, it was adaptation. His taste buds were fading, yes, but his sense of smell had dulled even more. His meals felt lifeless because his body had silently switched priorities. It wasn't an illness, it was evolution. This is the first transformation that happens when you turn 80. Your taste buds shrink, and food stops feeling like food. Scientists at the Monell Chemical Senses Center discovered that by this age, most people have lost nearly 70% of their taste buds. Each one lives for about 10 days before being replaced. But as we grow older, the replacement rate slows dramatically. That's why food starts to feel bland. But taste isn't just about enjoyment, it's your first line of defense. Those tiny receptors protect you from spoiled food and toxins. When they weaken, you unconsciously start adding more salt or sugar just to feel satisfaction. Joseph had done the same, sprinkling salt over everything. His blood pressure had crept up quietly. When I explained the science to him, he smiled again. "So," he said, "my body's not failing, it's just changing the rules." Exactly. Taste buds fade, saliva production slows, and the sense of smell weakens. In fact, nearly half of all adults over 80 have partial or total smell loss, a condition called presbyosmia. That's why so many seniors lose interest in food. They aren't losing appetite, they're losing sensation. Joseph began flavoring his meals with herbs, citrus, and natural oils instead of salt. Slowly, his meals came alive again. His joy returned. The second transformation is just as subtle but even more powerful. Your skin forgets how to heal. By the time you reach 80, your skin isn't just wrinkled, it's forgetful. It's no longer a matter of appearance, it's biology. The cells responsible for healing, fibroblasts, stop responding to injury signals the way they once did. Your collagen levels, the protein scaffolding that gives skin its firmness, drop by nearly 50%. I once treated a woman named Dorothy, 84, who came to me after a minor scrape on her arm refused to heal for weeks. "I used to heal faster when I was a little girl," she said with a faint smile. I told her, "Your body hasn't forgotten how, it's just conserving energy now." After 80, your body redirects resources from your skin toward your heart, lungs, and brain. It's a strategic retreat, not a failure. But this also means your skin needs more external help: gentle hydration, massage, sunlight in moderation, and a diet rich in vitamin C and omega-3 fats. When Dorothy started doing that, her skin began to glow again. Her healing wasn't just physical, it was emotional. She realized her body was doing the best it could with the energy it had. Now, number 3, the transformation that fascinates me most as a brain surgeon. Once you turn 80, your brain begins a quiet reorganization, something neuroscientists call neural pruning. It's not deterioration, it's refinement. Imagine your mind as a vast forest. In youth, it grows wildly. dense connections, fast signals, constant expansion. But at 80, it begins trimming unnecessary branches, keeping only the most vital ones. This is your brain's way of preserving efficiency. And while you may forget small details, where you placed your glasses or a name at a dinner party, you gain something far more precious: emotional clarity. Studies from the Journal of Gerontology found that adults over 80 show greater synchronization between their emotional and rational centers. In other words, you may lose speed, but you gain serenity. You stop reacting, you start reflecting. I experienced this shift firsthand with one of my oldest patients, Margaret. She was 86 and suffered from short-term memory loss, but her emotional presence was extraordinary. One afternoon, I asked her how she felt about forgetting small things. She smiled and said, "I may forget what people said, but I never forget how they made me feel." That line stayed with me. Science now proves her right. The aging brain begins to favor emotional memory over factual recall. You remember love, compassion, and meaning long after you forget details. However, there's a danger. If the brain's cleaning system, called the glymphatic system, slows down, toxins build up, leading to cognitive decline. This is why deep sleep becomes sacred after 80. It's when your brain literally washes itself. Even short naps, proper hydration, and avoiding screens before bed can make a profound difference. The fourth transformation happens in your muscles. By 80, your muscle fibers begin changing their nature. Fast twitch fibers, which gave you strength and speed, slowly give way to slow twitch fibers, designed for endurance. This process, known as sarcopenia, can make you feel weaker, but your body isn't giving up. It's adapting. It's saying, "I no longer need to lift mountains. I need to sustain my journey." I've seen patients regain remarkable vitality simply by walking, doing light resistance training, or even dancing. The University of Copenhagen found that older adults who continued light strength exercises twice a week retained up to 50% more muscle mass than those who didn't. I remember one gentleman, Mr. Raymond, who was 91 and refused to let time dictate his strength. Every morning he would do 10 squats, holding onto his kitchen counter. "Doctor," he once told me, "I may move slowly, but I move proudly." That line became my favorite prescription for aging. It's not about how fast you move, it's about never stopping. Movement is life. When you stop moving, your body starts preparing for the end. But if you keep going, even slowly, your body keeps believing it still has purpose. The fifth and final transformation is one that touches the soul. Your sleep clock resets. The brain's master timekeeper, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, becomes less sensitive to light. That's why you find yourself sleeping earlier, waking at dawn, or napping in the afternoon. Your melatonin levels drop, and deep sleep becomes rarer. Many seniors think this is a problem, but it's actually part of the body's natural rhythm shift. Those quiet early morning hours are not lost time. They are sacred hours. Studies show that seniors who use this time for reflection, meditation, or prayer experience dramatically lower rates of depression and cognitive decline. Your body may wake you, but your spirit can use that time to listen. I learned this from a woman named Evelyn, 87, who would wake at 4 a.m. every day. "It's my hour with God," she said. "The world is quiet enough to hear my own heart." That quiet time became her therapy, her peace, her renewal. So what does all this mean? It means that once you turn 80, your body begins its final evolution. Your taste fades, but your gratitude grows. Your skin thins, but your wisdom deepens. Your memory slows, but your heart becomes more compassionate. Your muscles tire, but your will strengthens. Your sleep changes, but your spirit awakens. Your body isn't betraying you. It's guiding you toward acceptance, toward clarity, toward truth. I have seen 80-year-olds with eyes that still burn brighter than 20-year-olds. They may walk slower, but every step is filled with purpose. They may speak softer, but every word carries weight. So here's what I want you to remember. Aging is not the loss of youth, it's the gain of perspective. It's your body's way of saying, "You've done enough, now focus on meaning." Don't fight it, honor it. Feed your body, yes, but also feed your soul. Move every day, even if just a few steps. Eat less salt, more color. Sleep gently, love deeply, forgive freely. And above all, stay curious. Curiosity is the one muscle that never atrophies. I've operated on thousands of brains and held countless hearts in my hands. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Longevity without joy is just endurance, but longevity with awareness is a miracle. Once you understand the 5 transformations of aging, you stop fearing them. You begin to see aging for what it truly is, a transition from living fast to living full. If you found wisdom or comfort in these words, then you've already awakened your inner spark. This channel is built for souls like you, strong, wise, and endlessly curious about life's final lessons. If this message touched you, please like this video, subscribe to The Inner Spark, and share it with your friends and loved ones who deserve to know that aging is not the end of vitality, it's the evolution of it. Let's keep this community glowing with stories, courage, and light. Leave your age and your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one personally, and your story could inspire someone else to see their 80s not as a curse, but as a calling. Stay strong, stay kind, and never let your light go out, because no matter how many candles are on your cake, your inner spark still burns brighter than ever.